Hello, friends. Very good morning and welcome to this live stream. This is a program where we actually discuss the top 20 companies in your state. And right now, we are on the journey of understanding the top companies segment wise in the state of Haryana. So, if you are in Haryana, do you know which is the top company in your state? If not, then you have reached the right place. So, let us understand what is the segment that we want to discuss today in the state of Haryana, and that is the banking segment. In the banking segment, which is the number one, numero uno company or the bank in the state of Haryana, which is at the number one position in the entire state. So if you know the answer, we are live, you can actually share with us. Nevertheless, let me proceed further and give you which is the topmost company or the bank in the banking segment in Haryana, and that is the State Bank of India. State Bank of India is number one, and in the state of Haryana. And of course, State Bank of India is a very large bank, one of the largest bank in India. They have not only nationwide operations, but they have global operations. They have branches in almost all the countries. They actually manage the accounts for all the consulate, and because of that, there are branches of all these SBIs across wherever there is a Indian consulate. So they are also listed on the New York Stock Exchange. They have a forex account managed in the US to manage the international transactions. However, we are discussing about Haryana. So what makes SBI number one? We will understand. So in this program, we will discuss all of that, why people love them, what is so specific, which is very specific to needs of the people living in the state of Haryana. We will find out today. So moving on, they are clear market leader. I mean, there are other banks also. I'm not saying that SBI is the only bank in the state of Haryana. There are other banks also which are doing business. However, SBI is the largest one, and this program is all about identifying which is the largest company or the bank in your state. Now, this SBI has the largest network of branch network, ATMs across Haryana. So one thing is there, the market leader. I mean, they are not just the market leader because they are riding on the brand name of SBI. They are actually doing work. They are actually increasing spread. They are ensuring that their branch network is provided to each and every human being, all parts of Haryana. So, the people of Haryana, they must be enjoying this, the spread, the reach of the banking services which are being provided by SBI to the people living in the state of Haryana. And wherever there are no branch network, there are ATMs. So the thing is that the SBI has, very methodically decided where they want to put the branch or where they would like to put the ATM to ensure that maximum number of people get access to the services to the branch or the bank network in Haryana. And therefore, people find it very easy to basically deal with SBI, and because they will find a branch or an ATM very close to their home or to their office in the state of Haryana. So, they are the market leader not because they are enjoying the global brand they have. They are actually working. The SBI staff is actually working to ensure that the penetration in Haryana is increased. What are the other factors which are affecting this numero uno? What makes the SBI as a number one position in Haryana? The diversification, because in the state of Haryana, there are a lot of investors, there are retail customers. When we say retail customers in the banking arena, it is the people who wants to basically open their SBI accounts, savings accounts, fixed deposit, etc. So there are majority of the people who are looking at the retail side of the business, but then there are other businesses which are looking at opening business accounts. Especially in Haryana, there is a huge industry. There are hospitals, there are industries which are running like business. So business have specific needs, and therefore SBI must be putting the trained people who can understand the business requirements and business people's expectations. Not only retail, because retail is a very safe mechanism, and it's been going on for some time, and it is de facto assumption that the retail business will be there in a bank. But then there is major movers and shakers in any banking company is the business, because a lot of money is riding through the banking network, and the business people have a totally different requirement. So therefore, in order to look at the business segment in the state of Haryana, SBI must be hiring these knowledgeable people as their employee, who can understand the business language and who can actually provide solutions to the business community in the state of Haryana. Remember, Haryana is also one of the big agriculture hub in India. Therefore, there are a lot of farming also happening in the state of Haryana, and there are farmers who want banking services for handling their their crop, etc. So the farmers are also requiring the bank, and therefore that's a totally different segment. So you have retail, you have business, and then you have agriculture segment. And for all of these, the different manpower is required, different kind of skill sets are required, and therefore SBI has all the services, banking services, encompassing the entire spectrum of services which a common person living in the state of Haryana requires. At the same time, SBI is also playing a major role in financial inclusion, because SBI has very high reach, high penetration in the state of Haryana. They are ensuring that they are rolling out Jan Dhan scheme. Jan Dhan scheme is the Government of India scheme which mandate that every citizen must be included in the core banking services and must have an account linked to their mobile numbers. So SBI is basically leveraging their penetration, because they have the highest number of branch network, highest number of ATM in the state of Haryana. They are actually playing a major role in improving the financial inclusion for the citizens living in the state of Haryana. And therefore the bank people are going door to door and asking them to open account so that the direct benefit transfer which is provided by the Government of India can be sent to their account rather than giving them as a cash in hand. So the SBI is playing a major role in ensuring that there is a financial inclusion which is provided to the citizens of the country who are living in the state of Haryana. At the same time, they have the capability to take your business to global arena, because the SBI has branches in almost all countries. So if you are a businessman living in the state of Haryana, and if you find a customer outside India or within India, you have the capability, you have the banking support to handle those transactions. So suppose you are doing some production, shipping it to UK, you are not sure how you will get the money. The SBI can ensure that they will get the money from UK and to your account in SBI in Haryana. So they are able to also provide those kind of services for the people living in the state of Haryana. They are taking them not only local requirements for the financial services, but also the global requirement can be fulfilled by a large bank like SBI in the state of Haryana. And all of this requires very high degree of sophistication, very high degree of innovation when it comes to providing services. So SBI is very heavily digitized. There are IT implementation done across all levels. Remember, SBI is also managing a lot of government accounts, government transactions. So the government of Haryana and there are ancillary companies which are government of Haryana companies, also government of India companies. There are central government departments, central services. All of those accounts are handled by the SBI. So one side they have the huge branch network, they have a huge clientele. The clientele is very diversified. There are retail, there are agri, and there are business. At the same time, there are global businesses happening through SBI, and at the same time there are government business happening through SBI. network. So all of this very complex nature of business cannot be handled without any computerization, any digital services. So SBI is at the forefront of ensuring that most of the functions are available on the app or on the web. The effort for customers in order to legwork, basically you have to go to branch and come back time and again, that is minimized. You can do it most of the work um, through the internet. So they are very heavily digitized. They are at the forefront. They are among the top banks in the country, probably among the top banks in the world, to have undergone this level of computerization, because India is a very large country, and India, this bank which is originated from India, has branch in almost all countries, almost 200 all odd countries. They would require very high amount of computerization. So SBI is definitely one of the top companies in the world. They have mainframes, all kinds of systems, very expensive, high throughput, network availability, high processing power, because they can handle all this workload using a very expensive computerized system. And they are at the forefront. As I said, they are one of the top banks globally to have undergone the central digital initiative almost 2 decades back. Now, when it comes to employees, of course, bank requires certain level of expertise, especially in the banking services. So today banking services changed, because there was a time when the banking staff used to sit in the branch, but now it has reached to your palms, to your mobile, to the desktop in your home, and to the call centers, etc. So banking is also diversified a little bit when it comes to providing services. So across all these different channels, you need to understand banking. So earlier, 20 years back, you only need officers and clerks to work from the branch network, but now the officers and clerks need to basically, or the banking people need to work through call center, through internet, through mobile app, and also to the branch, the usual channels. So the requirement for manpower when it comes to SBI is very specific. You need financial knowledge. At the same time, you must have flair to cater to the customer's requirement, because in the end, a bank is providing services to the customer. The very high orientation of customer service. If the customers do not walk in, get the service from the bank will cease to exist. So customer orientation is very, very high. So therefore, good knowledge and flair to work with others is the key parameter for you to be able to look at a job with SBI. At the same time, SBI has branch network and they provide all kinds of services. Maybe there is some financial services which they may require, they would like to subcontract. So there is an opportunity for people in Haryana to be able to join SBI or strike some sort of business deal with SBI. So if you are a financial expert with a flair to talk to people, customer service, etc., then SBI is one company you should not ignore. So hopefully the information that I have provided to you today will be useful. You will be able to make up your mind, because it's number one bank in in Haryana. The SBI is number one bank. So this information may come handy for you, and you will be able to get inspired to apply for a job or strike a business deal with SBI, especially if you are in Haryana. So friends, we have come to the end of our video, but I will meet you tomorrow again with some other top company in some other segment in the state of Haryana or some other state. Name of the program is Know the Top Companies in Your State. Thanks for watching. See you next time.